Oh man, I love when we get speakers. It means I get to play some music really, really loud. What's up everybody? Billy from Typical Reviews here, and today we have another unboxing. This one is for the Archeer splash-proof Bluetooth speaker set. So let me get this straight off the bat. These are splash-proof. They're IP64, meaning they're dust and kind of splash resistant. It doesn't mean that they're completely waterproof. That means you can't just take this thing and jump into the pool with you and expect to hear your awesome music while you're swimming. It doesn't work that way. But it is really, really rugged, and it's gonna be able to take with you on any kind of adventures that you kind of want, and just make sure you don't actually fully submerge it. That would be awful, and I don't think the warranty would cover that. As I mentioned just now, they are IP64 proof, which means, like I said, dust, and splash proof doesn't mean you can fully submerge it, but that means it's gonna be pretty awesome when you go out on any sort of rugged adventures. It has a dual 5-watt speaker set and a subwoofer as well for a total of 10 watts of power, which is pretty sweet for these little devices. And it also has a 12-hour battery playback time. All of this within a cool little Bluetooth enabled speaker set, which is pretty awesome. And also it comes in silver, this one is in silver, and orange as well, and honestly orange looks pretty sweet in my opinion. So if you guys are interested in this thing, you can pick it up for about 39 bucks on Amazon, so check out the description below for a link to that. You guys have heard me going on and on about the specs, which are pretty impressive, and also the price point's pretty good too, but I know what you guys are all here for. You want to see this thing unboxed, and you want to see what it sounds like, so let's get right to it and unbox the Archeer splash-proof Bluetooth speakers. Alright, here we are with the Archeer speaker sets themselves. It comes in a pretty plain box, but you know what? Box doesn't always mean, you know, what you get inside. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's what I'm basically saying. It's pretty plain box, fashionable Bluetooth speaker set. Doesn't really give you much of the specs on the actual outside of the box. On the back here, it mentions that this is the silver one, not the orange one, but the orange one on Amazon looks really awesome. So let's get right into it, taking out the unboxing knife, and we're gonna just cut open this little piece of tape that it has right over here covering it, so we can get inside and see what the speakers hold for us. See what else comes with it as well. So here we go. That's cut open already. And now, we're just gonna, oh, second piece of tape on the bottom. Missed that one. So here we go. Sometimes we get a little too excited over here on Typical Reviews, and we just think it's all opened when it's really not. So here we go. There's just a full little slide pulling action here, and hopefully the tape didn't, yeah, the tape kind of restuck itself a little bit. There we go. What do we have? There we go. Pulled apart, nothing on the top, and we are greeted immediately, covered in the rest of the protective packaging with the speakers themselves. And let's just see what we got at the bottom here first. Before we get into the speakers, it comes with a micro USB cable, and in case you didn't have enough of those, I'm assuming to be able to actually charge the device, which is pretty sweet. And it also actually comes with an auxiliary cable, so you can, if you don't have Bluetooth, or let's say someone doesn't want to connect their phone or tablet via Bluetooth to the speakers, it looks like it should have an auxiliary in too. Pretty handy. More options is always better, and it comes with this little latch too. So maybe while you're, you know, going hiking or doing something awesome outdoors, technology doesn't always have to stay inside. It looks like you can actually clip that, let's say, to your bag or your backpack or something, and go ahead and clip the device to it too. It tells you about the Enjoy Euphonious Melody wirelessly. It's pretty cool. So it tells you about some of the product features on there, some of the more specifications, what each of the buttons do. So yes, it does indeed have an auxiliary in, which is awesome, and it does include that in there. And yes, that is a USB cable that it included. And like I said, I'm assuming that's for charging. Charge time 4 to 6 hours, and it tells you kind of what each of the things do. And it does come with a 2200 milliamp hour capacity battery. Pretty sweet if you ask me. So that's all the goodies that it comes with inside there. Now let's check the actual speakers themselves. And here we are. I'm gonna pull them out of their protective packaging. That is really freaking sweet. Look at that. That is rugged looking. That's awesome. On the top there, it's kind of flush, so it's harder to see there probably with the lighting, but it have their, it looks like, I'm assuming it's going to be mode or something like that. Pause and start, you know, volume up, volume down, or next song, previous song, and some sort of, I don't know what that, ooh. Oh, it comes with a flashlight! So since it's already pre-charged, good to know. So I have to, yeah, hold it to turn it off. One touch to turn it on, hold it to turn it off. Pretty sweet. Oh, And there we go. That's the end right there. That's where you could hook it up, hook it to your bag, and let the thing kind of dangle, and you can play music from there. That's really, really cool. It is a fashion Bluetooth speaker. That's I love the taglines that they use for these kind of things. Capacity 2200 milliamp hours, and it's covered. Oh, that is so cool. It's covered so it's a little bit more resistant. Let me just pull this kind of tab off here. Yeah, there we go. The auxiliary in, the USB, and there. How to turn it on and off. I'm turning this thing on. I wonder if it gives you any sort of light indicator. But that's pretty cool. So that's how they get their IP64 little certification for that, with the little cover on there. So that's really awesome, if you ask me. So there we go. Those are the speakers themselves. Now let's get back to the desk and let's see how these bad boys sound. And now we're back with the Archeer Bluetooth speaker set over here. So setup was a breeze, just on the back over here where that little pull tab was, so it protects it, you know, from dust and water. There's the on and off switch, so I just switched it to the on position. And you should hear like a noise confirming it, kind of like that. Went into my Bluetooth settings on my phone, found it. It wasn't really very well described. It was under A226. Yours might be different than that, but that was mine. It looked very generic, but it was like the only Bluetooth in the area, so I figured, you know what, this thing had to be it. Paired with it, didn't have to do anything extra, and now it's absolutely good to go. I also learned a couple different things for the setting buttons on the top here. The ones where it was like a minus and back and a plus and forward, those actually serve as dual purposes, and I'm going to be showing you with a little bit of a test song. So here we go. This one is Matt Zoe featuring the Knox, Get Down to Get Up. I'm just going to hit play. I'm going to go through the volume levels and some of the little features on here. So let's get this thing started. That's at about a little bit over half. So as I was saying, it serves as dual functions. If you hold it down, the volume will start to go down on it. But if you press it, it'll actually, you know, go back. And same thing with the other one as well. Holding it will put the volume up. And pressing it down will skip it forward to the next song. So as you can see, when I press the back one, it starts at the beginning of that song again. So this, as like I said, a little bit over half. It gives you warning beeps when it's about to go to kind of higher levels of volumes. So watch out for them now. I'm gonna start cranking this thing up. Speak up a little bit more just so you guys can hear me. Just so we can get a feeling of how loud these bad boys are. Right now, they're sounding pretty good. And it's at about, I would say, a quarter of the way. I'm keeping it low just so I can talk through this. So here we go. Half the volume right here. And in all honesty, they sound pretty good. So let's go about 3/4 now. Still sound pretty good, and they're pretty loud. So now let's go to those upper echelons, those 80, 90, and even 100%. You already hear one beat is at like 90% volume? Maxed out. And you heard that one beat to show how high it was. Good for the song. So anyway, that's the Archeer Wireless Bluetooth speaker set. Like I said, they're IP64 resistant, so that means they're dust and splash proof, but not fully waterproof. So just, you know, don't go throwing this thing into the water. I do believe that they have a set that is actually waterproof as well, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that they do. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank Archeer themselves for actually sending me out this device to play with. And honestly, this thing seems pretty sweet. I would actually love to take it out. You know, it's snowing outside right now in Toronto. Well, it's not snowing, but it's actually kind of cold. So I don't know if I'll be taking on any hiking adventures until probably the springtime, or maybe I can even go take it when I go like ice skating or tobogganing or something cool, something to do with winter. We'll see about that, and I can report back to you guys on Twitter or something else to let you know how they sound. But right here in the studio, they sound really, really awesome, and for that price point and for how rugged it is, it looks pretty sweet. But I'd like to know what you guys think about the Archeer Bluetooth speaker system over here. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press that like button and subscribe to us over here at Typical Reviews for more videos just like this one. Anything to do with unboxing and technology, we're going to be trying to cover it. That's what we're all about. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and peace out.